What is up? What is up? What is up? We are live. Yes, 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 yes. This is Black Friday week. You've been seeing it, hearing it, feeling it everywhere. It's Black Friday. And also in the underwater squad, we had Black Friday. We still have it. And we have our Black Friday deal running until another 24 hours. Tomorrow, December the 3rd, midnight. CET time, Central European time, which is in about 20 hours from now, we will close down the Black Friday deal. So what do we get for Black Friday? Well, you can start having access to the underwater squad for $9 only. So you have a couple of plans. Let me just show you that. Our different plans. Here we go. We have the standard, we have the premium, and we have the VIP. So this is the core program for $37 per month. You get everything plus, let's start with the standards. You can start for $9. This is where most people start, especially now with the Black Friday deal. So what you get for the $9, you get the 6-week freediver breathing challenge, where you learn to stay calm and hold your breath longer. This is the core foundation of breath holding. You could call this a fundamentals course. You could call this foundational breath work. You could call this the basics of breath holding and breathing. You could call it breath work. However you want to call it, this is the foundation, the basis of holding your breath longer. During 6 weeks, you're getting one workout per day, 15 minutes. So every single day, right after you wake up, before breakfast on an empty stomach, you're going to do one workout. It's 15 minutes. The video is 15 minutes. It starts with a little bit of stretching. Then we do a little bit of theory so you understand what you're going to do. And then we do the actual execution. So the video is 15 minutes long, a bit of stretching, a bit of explanation, and then about 7, 8 to 9 minutes of actual doing the exercise during 6 weeks. When you complete those 6 weeks, you are no longer a beginner freediver or a beginner breathwork practitioner or enthusiast. No, you are an advanced person, because the stuff that we see in here goes from beginner to advanced. We cover all kinds of aspects and topics related to freediver breathwork, not just the freediving breathe up, but basically anything. We talk about what exactly is hyperventilation. There is a massive misconception in the world about what is hyperventilation, and even in the freediving community, most freedivers don't know what is the exact definition of hyperventilation. We cover this in this 6-week freediver breather challenge. We talk about hypoventilation, we talk about tidal breathing, and more important than knowing about these concepts, we talk about why this actually matters, why this is important, and how the different gases in our body, mainly oxygen and carbon dioxide, O2 and CO2, relate to each other, and how we can manipulate that with regards to breath holding the breath longer, or for specific goals. Super interesting. So that's what you get when you join now for $9 on the standard plan. You get also access to our community. So you're not just getting a challenge, you're also getting access to the community tab, which is here. If I go to the underwater squad community tab, here is where we post our wins, where we ask questions, where we give feedback on what we're doing. So this is an awesome place for all the members, and we have 131 members right now. We have 131 paying members now in the underwater squad, and we are growing fast. So this is the community tab to which you get access when you join for $9. And then the Black Friday bonus. So on top of that, I mean, even without the Black Friday bonus, this is already massive value for $9 only. If you like to go sit in a coffee shop and do some laptop work, you're probably gonna spend more than $9 in one afternoon, right? In some places, a coffee is already $4, $4.50. You buy yourself a little chocolate cake or a Basque burnt cheesecake, which is the one they have here in Chiang Mai, north of Thailand, where I am. I always go into coffee shops thinking I'm going to have just one coffee, and then I end up buying a lot of other stuff. So it's $9, guys. It's almost for free, and you get massive value in here with the 6-week Freediver Breathing Challenge. You get access to the Underwater Squad community, and now the Black Friday bonus up until the next 20 hours, because then we're going to close down. We're going to take away the Black Friday bonus. You get a full Breathwork Masterclass included free this week. What is the full Breathwork Masterclass? So when we take a look at the Underwater Squad, the courses we have in here. So this is Ultimate One. This is the 6-week Breather Challenge, which you get when you join the standard tier, right? The $9 USD. Here we have the Breathwork Masterclass. This is what you get when you join now with the Black Friday deal. The other courses are for premium. So if we take a look, for instance, let's do view as member. So this is how it looks like when you join on the standard tier. You will get access to the Start Here course, which is the onboarding course where I tell you how everything works. It's just the start of basically holding your hand and telling you this is what you need to do, step 1, step 2, and so on. So this is what is unlocked in the standard tier. Ultimate 1, the Breather Challenge. Then Ultimate 2 is the Breath Hold Builder. This will get unlocked when you upgrade to Premium. The Apnea Library is for Premium. The Breathwork Masterclass is for Premium, but now with the $9 Black Friday deal, I will unlock this for you. So you still have another 20 hours to join, and then you will get this, the Breathwork Masterclass, for free. We have live training. So when we go to the calendar, here every Wednesday and Saturday, we have live training. So for instance, now it's 8 o'clock a.m. here in Thailand. Within 12 hours from now, it will be 8 p.m. Then we're going to do breath hold training. So we do guided breath hold tables where I talk you through the breath holds. Everyone is training together, so we have different levels. We have beginners and a bit more experienced people together on the Zoom, and we do it in a way so that it works for everyone. So sometimes we do until the first contraction, sometimes we do like progressive tables, sometimes we do FRC tables, sometimes we do a little bit of CO2 tables. We do a lot of stuff, and I organize it in such a way that it becomes valuable for both beginners and more experienced freedivers. So yes, that is possible to hold your breath together with other people who have different levels. If you cannot attend because you're in a different time zone or because you simply can't, then you can go here to the live trainings, the replays. Let me show you that, how it looks like on the premium tier. There you go. So if you're on the premium tier, all of this is unlocked. The live replays, here you get this week's replays. So the last 2 replays are in here. Then we have the other recent sessions, which are all in here. And then I also share the feedback and insights. So apart from just holding our breath on the lives, we do talk about your progress, and I give you tips and cues and feedback. And that is also recorded so that the best moments of these feedback and insights we put in here as well. Daily factors that can influence your breath hold. Calm is a choice. Let contractions happen naturally. When a throat twitch isn't a contraction. Recovery, nothing is perfect. Contractions, Frenzel equalization debugged, and so on and so on. So here we have the replays of the feedback of those lives. How does it look like alive? Let's take this one. So this one is a square breathing plus the max progressive 3. So we either share a timer, and then I talk you through that timer, or we do it without a timer. Let me take one that is without a timer. For instance, this one. This one is without a timer, and I just talk you through the FRC and the RV table. This particular one is until the first contraction, the 5th contraction, and then on the last breath hold we did a little more difficult breath hold until the 10th contraction. So just to give you an idea for the beginners, if you're a beginner and you're like, oh my God, but this is too difficult for me, I cannot do FRC or RV until the 10th contraction, that is totally fine. You do what you can in these live sessions. So if you only want to do until the first contraction, whereas the others do until the 10th contraction, then that's what you do. You stop at the first contraction. So everything, whatever you do is fine. We are not in here to boost our ego. We are not in here to show how long we can hold our breath. No, we are here to learn, and we create a safe and comforting space for everyone to feel at ease and to be totally in with zen and relaxed and in your own world, in your comfort zone, and hold your breath under the best possible conditions. So just because I ask you, okay, let's now do a breath hold until the 5th contraction, if you think that you're not ready for this or you don't want to do a 5th contraction, then you don't. Then you just stop on the 1st contraction or the 2nd. So you can self-regulate in these trainings. So this is what we have in the courses. We also have a safety module because, of course, freediving comes with safety rules, and even dry training, because this program is a dry training program. Even with dry training, you have to keep certain safety rules into account. Now, this is a dry training program, but we also talk about freediving itself, right? So in the community tab, for instance, here, I just recently made a post yesterday, 50-meter dynamic no fins, DNF, with 4 arm strokes only, where I talk you through a whole, all right guys, a quick video on a whole swim underwater, 50 meters. It's not about the distance, it's about the technique. So I talk you through the technique. So it's a dry training program inside the underwater squad. So ultimate 1 is breath work, ultimate 2 is breath holding, but we also talk about dynamic. So if you have questions about dynamic, we cover that. You can post your videos and we will give feedback. I will give you feedback and other people will give you feedback, because there are a couple of people in the underwater squad who are already a bit more advanced, who do like 100 plus dynamic with fins. So those people also give you feedback. So it's not that you're just getting only from me, the coach. I'm Gert Leroy, the head coach of the underwater squad. You get feedback from me, but you also get feedback from the other people. And that is the magnificent, the wonderful thing about this community. It's not just me. It's not just me preaching how you have to do this and that. No, it's the community helping you to get the best out of your training, whether that is dry breath hold training or training in the pool, or if you have videos about vertical diving, then you can post that in here as well. All right, so these were the plans. Let's go back to our landing page. So if you decide to click on the link, so I'm running advertisements now, organic and also paid. You have probably seen this popping up on your Facebook feeds, or maybe on Instagram. So this is the page you will land on. So on the second slide here, you can click all these buttons. You have the Black Friday deal. Here we have a video talking you through, walking you through the underwater squad, which is basically what I'm doing now in this live. This is another video, a bit more structured. Here in this video, we show the different wins. So in the underwater squad, in the community tab, we post our wins. So for each milestone that you achieve, like a 2-minute breath hold or a 3-minute breath hold, or maybe even a 4-minute breath hold, and some people have even reached a 5-minute breath hold, you can post that inside of the community. That's what you're seeing right here. And then we all congratulate each other and you get a certification. So let me show you about certifications. We go to the wins category here. Max Progressive 230. Caio Cesar, did I make a certification for him? I didn't post it in here. Reach 3 minutes. There we go. So this is how it looks like. Ultimate 2, the breath hold builder program, 3 minutes for Alex. So if Alex would set a new PB in I don't know, next week or in a couple of weeks, and he would do like 3:30 or maybe 4, then I would just update his certification, of course, and send him a new one. So this is cool to have. You also get a certification of completion for the Ultimate 1. So when you finish Ultimate 1, then you get a certification that looks like this. Ultimate 1, 6-week breather challenge. This is a dummy picture, but I will fill in your picture. This is the dummy for the Ultimate 2. So there's a lot going on here, guys, and I am now in the process of writing Ultimate 3. And Ultimate 3 will be a course on how to swim underwater with no fins, because most people, before they become a freediver, they don't have freediving gear, right? They don't have fins, they barely have a mask. So what people have access to is a swimming pool and just swimming. So swimming underwater is probably the first step that people will take before, or trying to swim underwater, before they actually take a freediving course. So Ultimate 3 will be a course on how to swim underwater, no fins, for 25 meters, or maybe even for 50 meters or longer. And I've made a post in here, me swimming 50 meters underwater. So a short walkthrough showing you how dialing in your technique will improve your DNF distance significantly. I'm considering creating Ultimate 3, a full course focused on no fins technique and swimming underwater. Let me know in the comments if this is something you'd be excited about. And we have some people here. Jose says, that's a great idea, Gert. Please do it. It is what I have been looking for. Okay, so I will create that. Julian says it could be great, but freedivers need feedback to improve their style, so we need at least a safety and a cameraman. Yeah, so that's what I said. So if you do pool training, or you just want to try out underwater swimming, because pool training is like a big word, right? Most beginners, they just want to try out swimming underwater. You always need a buddy, so you always need someone who walks alongside the pool and who watches you in case something would go wrong, and this person can jump in the water and get you out of there. That same person can hold the camera. So ask this person to hold your GoPro or whatever camera you have and just shoot you like in this video here. So here I am doing pool training, or at least showing you the technique. And my buddy is just a friend of mine walking alongside the pool and shooting me. So your buddy doesn't need to be in the water. If you swim on the side of the pool, so you just choose the lane on the side of the pool, your buddy walks on the side of the pool and films you. And then you can post that inside of the Underwater Squad and we will give you feedback. So that is Ultimate 3 that I am in the process of writing. So I hope soon that will be online. Then we have the apnea library, where we have all the exercises of Ultimate 1 structured, grouped together. So we have stretching routines, we have breathing routines, and the breath hold routines. So let's take a look at the stretching routines. For instance, stretching plus. These are more advanced stretches to Ultimate 2. So we have hanging stretches. We have the gym ball, and we have the horizontal shoulder stretch. We talk about dry packing, how dry packing can actually be a stretching exercise, because the more air pressure inside of your lungs, the more your intercostal muscles will stretch. So we can use dry packing as a stretch exercise. The Uddiyana Bandha, the seated Uddiyana Bandha, and the standing Uddiyana Bandha. Those are all the exercises separately. We have lying stretches on the floor, on your yoga mat, on your bed, however you want to do it. And we have standing stretches. If you cannot, for whatever reason, lie down on the floor, you can do standing stretches, warm-ups. So this is the apnea library, the Breathwork Masterclass. We've already touched upon this. So this is what you get when you join the Black Friday deal, still 20 hours, and then we're going to take it away. So a couple of topics here: O2 saturation and hypoxia, the relationship between oxygen and oxygen saturation and hypoxia, the different graphical representations, super interesting. Mammalian diving reflex, we talk about hypercapnia, about vasoconstriction, the blood shift, the spleen contraction. You have to know this as a freediver. The FRC and RV, so the empty lung breath holds, the different lung volumes in here. We talk about this, what it means, and how you can use all of this in freediving. So for instance, tidal volume, expiratory reserve volume, residual volume, total lung capacity, TLC, vital capacity, functional residual capacity, FRC, and so on and so on. We have some example metrics here from members of the underwater squad who have monitored their breath holds. So we see here the heart rate, how it fluctuates when you hold your breath. We have here other graphical representations of SpO2 going down on bigger breath holds. Mindset, what is holding you back the most? So we talk about that. So breath holding is not just a physical training, it is mostly a mental thing. You have to mentally be able to master this in here, in between the ears. If you master what's in between the ears, you will master your breath hold. How to delay contractions and enjoy static apnea more, because some people don't really enjoy static apnea. They consider it as something they have to do. But what if you could actually enjoy static apnea? Wouldn't that be so wonderful? Mental training for freediving, how to focus, how to relax for difficult dives. Then contractions, very, very, very important. How to identify and manage, because beginners sometimes don't know what exactly is a contraction. So they feel something, maybe they swallow, maybe they feel a certain wave-like sensation in their body, and they don't really know, is this now the first contraction or not? So we talk about this, how to identify your first contraction. 10 tips to achieve comfort and joy in static apnea, and tidal versus hyperventilation, oxygen, SpO2 or oxygen saturation experiments. So different breath-ups result in different SpO2s. And then we talk about health and performance. This is how to breathe when you're not freediving, so basically for exercising or for daily life. There's a wealth of information in here in this Breathwork Masterclass, and you get this as a bonus when you join now with the Black Friday deal for $9 only. In 20 hours from now, I will remove the Black Friday bonus, and then the Breathwork Masterclass will be in the premium tier, which is $37. Let's take a look at Ultimate One. Ultimate One, 6 weeks. So you start with, for instance, on day one, we do alternate breathing, diaphragmatic breathing, chest breathing. We end up with a final breath because most people are unable to take a full final breath. In week 2, we do extending the breath, mini breath holds. We practice FRC and RV. We do intercostal breathing. We do the full yogic breath. Week number 3, we're going to start breathing less. So we do things like square breathing to increase CO2 tolerance. Hyperventilation, tidal breathing, hypoventilation. We do not only talk about this, we actually put this in practice. So we learn how to do hypoventilation, the Bohr effect, triangle breathing. Week number 4 is all about the Uddiyana Bandha, how to stretch your diaphragm, the Uddiyana Bandha, seated Uddiyana Bandha, standing Uddiyana Bandha. Week number 5, how to overcome stress and anxiety by applying mental mastering techniques like visualization, like cold water facial immersion to trigger the mammalian diving reflex, like the body scan, humming bee, Brahmari pranayama. So you create vibrations inside of your head. And in week number 6, we round up the whole challenge with routines per day. So for each day you get a routine: energy and focus, sleep, focus and balance, flexibility, relax, and so on and so on. This, guys, is a 6-week challenge which you get for $9 USD. It's for free. And on the premier tier, you get the actual training program up until 4+ minutes, and some people even hold their breath for 5 minutes. So we have a super beginners range, 0 to 1 minute, 1 to 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes. Before you begin, there's a couple of things I need to explain to you. So we are doing purges. So before we take a final breath, we take like 2 slightly bigger breaths. We call them purges. I go in depth in this video. We talk again about contractions because it's super interesting to know what is a contraction, how to deal with them. Because in this program we have no contraction tables, which means you hold your breath until you feel that first contraction and then you stop. And recovery breaths, how to do recovery breaths. We have the stretching plus, additional stretches when you hold your breath, a training frequency guides where I tell you how many times to train per week, and we have a prep explainer. So before you do those tables, you can do a preparation in terms of breath work or stretching or both. That's what we cover in here. I also let you know about updates and changelog because I continuously update this training program. It's a big training program because for each of these ranges, 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, we have different tables. So there's a lot of work that went into this. And sometimes we tweak things and we update things. So the updates and changelog goes into here. 0 to 1 minutes for super beginners. 1 to 2 minutes. Let's take a range at this. Let's take a look at this range. For instance, we have no contractions tables in here. We have max progressive 130. So let's say you would go for a maximum 130. So this is the table. 1 minute preparation, 30 seconds breath hold. 1 minute preparation, 45 seconds breath hold. 131, 130, 115. 2 minutes, 130. So this is the preparation. This is the breath holds. Let's take a look at the range 2 to 3 minutes. For instance, here we do a CO2 table, 3 times 2 minutes. This is your preparation time. This is your breath hold where you hold your breath for 2 minutes with less recovery breath in between. And so on, guys, 3 minutes to 4 minutes and 4 minutes to 5 minutes for the very advanced people. But most people are somewhere in here in the range 2 to 3 minutes. And then when after some time in the underwater squat, they proceed to the 3 minutes to 4 minutes range. All right, so the calendar we've already covered. We have live trainings twice a week. If you cannot attend, yes, we do apnea walking as well. So besides the regular breath hold training, static apnea, we also do apnea walking. If you cannot join, that is perfectly okay. Most people watch the replays anyway. So not everyone can attend on the time that is scheduled because of different time zones, because you have a busy schedule. Most people watch the replays anyway instead of the lives. So on the lives, we usually have around 6 to 7 people, which is nice, which is fine. You get to ask questions there if you want to. I give you feedback and we record this, and all of this goes into the replays here, the live replays, where you can watch everything whenever you want. So the difference between the Ultimate 2, which is a breath hold training program where we have these guided timers, and the replays is that in the replays I give you more feedback. In the replays I talk more during the breath holds. I give you cues like relax your shoulders, relax your tongue. When things get more difficult, relax even more. I start to give you mantras and stuff. So I talk more to you, and some people appreciate this. Some people appreciate the talking and the encouragement, so they tend to hold their breath just a little bit longer when I am coaching them. So during those live sessions, you get more personal coaching from me, whereas Ultimate 2 is more the timers that are playing and you hold your breath by yourself. Some people prefer silence during a breath hold. Other people prefer me talking more. So you can choose. You can do both and then figure out what you prefer most, of course, what you prefer best. Safety rules and free lifetime membership. When you reach level 7, you get free lifetime membership. So what does it mean, level 7? We have leaderboards. So when you make a post and people comment on it, then you get points. So the more active you are in the community tab, the more you get points. And when you reach level 7, you get free lifetime access. All right, guys, so we have the Black Friday deal. It's still going on. You can still join for $9 and get the full Breathwork Masterclass for free. In about 20 hours from now, I will remove this and go back to the regular schedule. Who is this for? This program, it is perfect for new freedivers, so people who are not freedivers yet and who want to become a freediver and schedule their first freediving course. So you can see this program, this community, as a preparation to your first freediving course. It's perfect for spearfishers because spearfishers, they also benefit from freediving techniques, of course, holding your breath longer, calmer breath holds. And it is perfect for returning divers, so people who have been freediving before and then they stopped for a couple of months or maybe even a couple of years, and now they want to come back to it and get back in shape and train their breath hold again. Returning freedivers spend 2 to 3 minutes at 10 to 15 meters. Wouldn't this be absolutely fantastic if you would be able to do that? We have 131 active paid members now. Is going fast now. We had 100 members before the Black Friday. We have 131 now on the last day of Black Friday week. So let's see how many more are getting in now. Join now, because by tomorrow I will remove the Black Friday deal. Then you won't get the Breathwork Masterclass anymore. It's only $9 guys. You can leave, you can cancel anytime. Most members, they stay several months because they want to train their breath hold for several months. We have members who have been in this community for over a year. If you think that you want to stay for long term because you want to be part of this community and you understand that breath holding is not something that just happens in a couple of weeks, right? Then you can opt in for the VIP plan. Let me show you that. Plans. So we have the VIP plan, $259 per year, which is the same as the premium plan, but you get a huge discount. You get 42% discount. So basically, this tier comes down to $21 per month, whereas this one is $37. What usually happens is that people start on the $9. They do their 6-week breather challenge, and then they realize that there is so much value in this community, so they want to continue with all the rest, so they upgrade to the $37 per month. And then once they are doing these breath hold training guided tables, they realize that they're enjoying this, and there is more. There's apnea library, there's Breathwork Masterclass, there's the mini challenges, the weekly live trainings. They get so much value that they realize, hey, I want to keep on doing this. And I want to opt in for the VIP. So you can always upgrade from premium to VIP. So let's say you start with the $9, and at one point you would say, hey, I want to do this premium. And then you say, hey, I want to go to the VIP because it's just cheaper. You get 40% discount, which comes down to $21 per month. You can always upgrade, and you can also always downgrade. So you can flip or switch in between the plans. Guys, this was it for today. Join the Black Friday challenge. I am the head coach instructor inside the Underwater Squad, but we have other people who are more advanced already, and they also give you their valuable feedback. I hope to see you soon. See you inside, guys. Peace in every breath.